welcome back to Industry F Podcast. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Hey, my name's Mike Brady. Mike Wright Brady, people
Nice.
call me, yeah.
And what's the management company called?
The company is the Table Entertainment Company, and
Cool.
I thought I was being original when I named it that, and then come to find out there's like 7 million tables out there. I was like, okay, well.
As in like table management companies?
Just table companies.
Totally.
Like, called The Table.
So if someone goes to Google it,
Yeah.
it goes to something else.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But, when I named it the Table Entertainment Company, I didn't want it to be a management-only company because 5 years down the road, if I decide to do something and it's called the Table Management, but it's not management that I'm doing, then it's
Totally.
kind of like,
But this one's just music.
This one is just music, yeah.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
And you've been back just because when Phoenix, what do you call it?
Fenwick's.
Yeah,
Fenwick's.
Which is a great spot. But you were saying you just moved back and you just got back. You just got into it.
In Nashville, yeah. We've been in town actually 3 years this month, 3 years June.
Cool.
Yeah.
From Los Angeles.
Born in Los Angeles, raised in Paso Robles, hashtag wine country, best wine country, and we're biased, obviously, but raised in Paso Robles, a year at Sac State, realized I hated college, moved back down to LA and played music, and was in LA working in radio, playing music for 6 years, and then
You got signed too, right?
we did. We had a little development deal with Capitol Records. Steve Schneier, if you're listening, hey, Onion says hi.
Onion, was that your nickname?
My nickname was Onion, yeah.
Were you like shaped like an onion?
Did
Did you smell like an onion?
kind of a long story. In high school, I worked at In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And when I went to apply for my first job in radio, I was like 19. I was applying to be a van driver at the Howard Stern station in LA.
That's wild.
It was an FM talk station, and it was like comedians and old rock stars that had talk shows and Howard Stern, right? And they're looking at my resume and they're like, so like you've only worked at In-N-Out Burger? I'm like, yeah. And then the guy's like, I'm going to call you Onion. And then 6 years it stuck, and everybody in LA knows me as Onion.
That was probably a cool little radio nickname, though.
It was great. Yeah. It was, it stuck. So
My buddy Box, he was just, Box.
Box is a great name.
It was a good one. He had like a little thing he said. I forgot what it was, but it was like with Box, and so on the radio eventually when he got like bigger in Charleston.
Oh yeah,
like Box, just how they do those old cool radios. Onion.
Yeah, we had at the station we had Onion, we had Malibu Dan.
That's cool.
We had I think there was a Lunchbox, and then there was a Monkey Boy.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah, it was fun names.
Remember Wayne's World?
Oh yeah,
what they call him, like Good Looking Dan. And the guy's like really ugly looking.
Yeah, I don't know.
They walk in and goes, "Are you good looking, Dan?" He's like, "I'm not Dan." And then they goes, "Hey, how you guys doing?" And they're talking to him, asking questions, and he's changing the tapes because it's old radio. And he's like, "I could say anything, right? You're not even listening to me. That sounds great. Yeah, it's me, rocking time. You remember that?"
This must have been Wayne's World 2.
No, Wayne's World 1.
I don't.
No. It's the one with the concert. So it's Wayne's World 2.
Okay, yeah.
Because they go on to do the concert. Anyway, I love those dumb fucking
Yeah,
movies.
I was a Wayne's World 1 kid.
Yep.
2, I think I was already in high school and way too cool to watch Wayne's World. But like middle school Wayne's World 1 or
Yeah, it was so funny, dude.
Oh, it was great.
Those great SNL days.
Yeah.
But now you get the management company. Do you like bourbon?
Man, I've never been one to say no to bourbon.
Oh.
Yeah.
You want to take a sip?
Yeah, let's take a
Yeah,
sip.
cool. Here you go.
Yeah.
Taylor?
It's your
That's
rules.
a nice...
Do you want cups?
Do we have cups over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. You get up.
Hey, let me grab those. Yeah.
Yeah, here. Boom. Take a look at the bottle. 75 corn, 21 rye.
I know
4
nothing
bright.
about
Thank
bourbon.
Thank
by
you,
the
Taylor.
way.
This one's a little sweet. It's a little hot. I'll take a little sip, and we'll get back right to it, man. So, 117 proof, cask strength bourbon. Thank you, Taylor. 75 corn, 21 rye, 4 barley is the mash, but it's not going to be that hot. Oh, thanks, dude. Look at that.
Look at that.
Off camera.
Thank-
I was off camera for a minute. Sorry.
Thank you, Onion. Just kidding. Yeah. I'll see you downtown at Juice. Onion!
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Well, what's funny is I was in Decatur, Georgia, with Uncle B.
Nice.
Opening up.
Eddie's Attic.
Yeah, opening up for Paul Cawthon the last 2 days, and you know when you're driving for 4 or 5 hours, you get to talking about things, and the name Onion came up. I made reference to that, and he's like, "How come nobody calls you that now? We need to start calling you that." And I'm like, "I guess we could bring it back."
Or you're pissed, like, oh,
Yeah.
damn. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to Onion.
Okay, so do you want to walk me through what a bourbon tasting's like?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. So when you smell it like this, you get all the alcohol, right? And you see like those nice little bourbon glasses that kind of like do that. The reason it's like that is because the air. So, but if you try to do this on the side, you just kind of get. You see, it's like pretty sweet.
I got to do the good nostril.
There you go. Other one's blown out.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you get the sweetness. Bourbon's majority corn.
Okay.
So the sweetness comes from the corn. Now it's going to be a little spicy because the rye. And at the end of it, it's going to be a little vanilla nutty because the barley. But it's also 117 proof. But this bourbon, and it's won a ton of awards. This bourbon, you will get the proof from the tongue. Obviously, it's hot alcohol.
Yeah.
But the back end, no, it's not going to taste like it.
Okay.
So cheers.
Cheers.
And we'll get back to you, my man. Cheers to you, Taylor. See, it doesn't taste that hot. That's 117, but it kind of tastes like 90.
It's delicious.
Thanks, man. Yeah, if you got
That's
COVID,
amazing.
give me a call.
Yeah, right?
I'll pull up to your house. Who's sick? All right, that's $5,000. Yeah, so we've been doing this for a minute, man. It's that's a whole other story. Well, it's not about me; it's about you. But
I love it.
I'll tell you more about it later. But so you
Well, you're an artist. I mean, it makes sense that you would diversify your merch options, right?
Totally.
Like that's huge.
I appreciate it. I think the biggest thing it did for me when I started it, not a lot of people were having brands back then. Now everybody's got a brand, especially here in Nashville. It's just like huge. Country artist comes out with a tequila or like a margarita in a can or something. But when I did 2018, it was really good for me because I was already playing big shows, getting a lot of support stuff, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, he's got a business attached to it.
Yeah.
Now it did kind of hurt sometimes because people were like, hey, you want to sponsor the tour I just put you on? And you're like, no, it's we don't have a lot of money, but people assume you got money because this looks fancy. So
Yeah.
But now doing it, now it's a full-time business, but we're trying to one day maybe sell it, but it is interesting, man. Some people, they'll pick it up at a venue, and they're like, you got to buy all of it, though. So, like, they buy it, and they want you to buy all of it. And so you're kind of like, why are you not going to pick it up? Because, well, it's not, we got all these brands. We don't want to. But sometimes you get someone that supports you. And the reason why I got Georgia years ago is because I convinced Eddie's Attic to pick it up.
Okay.
Donovan Woods, he's a big songwriter.
Okay.
He's awesome. He's from Canada. I think he just made his Opry debut, but he wrote that song Leaving Nashville, and it was a guy from Charles Kelly from Lady Antebellum, Lady
Okay.
A.
Yeah.
He's awesome songwriter, very Americana. But he writes country hits for people. But he's a huge artist himself, and so I open up from there, and so that's how I get distributors. Sometimes like I just got Nevada, and the guy out there is like, "Oh man, we got a music venue. They'll pick it up and talk to this talent buyer." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, pick it up." And
That's
then
great.
next time I get a distributor because I know there's a sale, But man, distributors will screw you. We've had people not pay us, dude. It's just as hard as the music business.
Yeah.
It's all political.
It's just all business, right?
Yeah.
It's
But you've
all
done
business.
tons of businesses.
It's crazy.
So then why music business? Because you said you did when we had coffee.
Is this on brand for you as an artist? Like, so one of my favorite artists in the world is Roger Clyne from Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers, and he had a tequila brand, and he throws a festival in Mexico twice a year, and
That's
so
sick.
like he's just this diehard Southwestern, raised in Arizona. Love for Mexico, like tequila is so on brand for him, and the music that he is this on brand for you?
For sure.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
in college I was drinking like all the time.
Oh, okay,
Like J-Mo.
that's awesome.
And so all my buddies were like, I didn't want to not impress them by it not being hot.
Right.
Like 80 proof. So then we landed on 117, which is a weird number.
Okay,
Which is kind of funny. And we're starting to see other brands do the 117. But back then people used to like get drunk at a show. I'm like, that 117.
yeah,
And
that's
so
a good song title. 117.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
117 proof or just something silly like
Yeah,
that, Well,
yeah.
I mean, but whiskey's always.
She was a 10 and I was 117.
Yeah.
Yeah. Done. Write it.
Yeah, done.
Write it.
Clock
It's
it in.
It's a three-way.
Send it to publishing.
Exactly.
Where's my money? No, I'm just kidding.
It's on the radio.
yeah.
I just got a text.
That'd be wild. I'd actually kill you. No, I'm just kidding. Like, hey, what the hell, dude? Yeah. You just blocked my number. It is on brand and it's part of the thing, but I don't make it about the music on the front.
Okay.
Like we work a lot with Danny McBride's tequila, Don Gato tequila, and it's about like this luchador.
Yeah.
Like, I find that so smart, where it's not like about the celebrity.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm not a celebrity, but people put this in the celeb category because it's attached to music.
Right.
And you always see the ones that make it about themselves completely fail.
Oh,
you know
interesting.
What I mean? Like The Rock's got Terramani. It's not that good at tequila, in my opinion, but he marketed the living crap out of it, and he sold 1 million cases last year.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's $40.
You think he's ever tasted his own tequila? I don't
sure-
even know if that guy has ever. He doesn't strike me as a guy that comes home and pours himself a glass of tequila.
Well, he probably has someone pour it for him.
Yeah, that's true.
And then does his own laundry.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think what it looks like with anything, even with music, it's like, can you sell tickets and can you move a product? How do you monetize it?
Yeah.
And so I think people go, hey, Rock, you want it? Yeah, I think they're Diageo or something, or Sazerac, one of those big portfolios. They probably handed him a check. Well, Ryan Reynolds did it, and he did Aviation Gin, and then he promoted the crap out of it, sold a ton of cases, and then sold it for $200 million.
Is he the one that owns the phone company?
He's
Okay.
the actor. He owns.
And just full disclosure, I know nobody. Like
Yeah.
I'm terrible with names. I don't know anybody in the music industry, so it's like
well, but so then how's it going here? It's been 3 years. You started this 6 months ago, a year ago?
a little over a year ago. Yeah,
But it seems like you're on TikTok talking every day. It's popping
well,
off.
so what I'm trying to do on TikTok is, I don't want there's a ton of people that offer so much advice all the time.
Sure.
And I just want what I'm doing on TikTok to be just thought-provoking and encouragement and my experience.
Sure.
Not like, hey, this is how you do it.
I can't stand those videos.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like if you want
Listen up now, artist.
if you want to do this, this is what you need to do. Like,
Totally.
And I think there's a place for that, and especially people that have the credibility to be able to do that.
Sure.
That's great, but I don't have that credibility, and so what I'm trying to do is just be like, hey, this is my journey. This is kind of my thought today. I don't know if it's right or wrong.
Sure.
But this is what I'm thinking, you know?
Well, that's how I found you. Or we found each other.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
you were
yeah.
just like, hey, what's up, guys? So,
Yeah.
And so is that kind of just asking? Has that helped the management company, or just you as a person, just meeting people?
I treat my socials, my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook, it's all tests for me to see what's working, what's not working, and how I can help my artists.
With advice of, hey, I did this, maybe you should try that.
Yeah, like for instance, in October, or maybe was it October? Maybe it was mid-October to mid-November. I did a 30-day test where all I did on Instagram was post once a day, and it was reels about Notre Dame football because I'm a diehard Notre Dame fan.
Interesting.
And so, and it was like me taking my phone, filming the TV with a Notre Dame game on it, like one play, and then going and writing a caption or a text overlay.
Sure.
Like, Notre Dame fans are going to love this play.
Interesting.
And then I would, and we can talk about AI, which I'm sure we will, but I would go into AI and I'd be like, AI,
Give me a prompt.
give me a caption. I have a 12-second video of Notre Dame, number 4 running for a touchdown, and the text overlay says this.
Yeah.
I want a caption that's going to spark engagement and optimize for viewing of Notre Dame fans.
And so it will give you something.
And it would spit out a caption. I would copy and paste it, drop it into my Instagram, and post it. And I did that once a day for 30 days. And my Instagram went up 2,000. I was at 1,800 followers, and it went up to 3,100 followers in 30 days.
That's not bad.
And then my Facebook went from, I think I had 1,800 followers, and it's at 7,000 now.
It's great.
Facebook just went nuts. And
Facebook's great.
I had 6 million views over 30 days on 30 reels.
Did they monetize you on that?
I'm monetized for everything except for the last tier of monetization or whatever.
But TikTok not monetized.
No,
Not yet?
no, a few categories. But what's funny is when Instagram introduced Reels in 2021-ish, 20, I didn't have a lot of followers, obviously, but I had really high engagement because I had a local band.
Sure.
And we were in a small town. and I was just always active. And because I had so much engagement for my area, I was a micro influencer.
Sure.
Yeah, they did this this Reels trial where they were paying me.
I remember that.
Yeah,
That was definitely like 2021.
yeah, so I made like $400
Yeah.
for posting Reels over 2 months.
I remember I made like, cause I just got single then.
Yeah.
And so I was just, and then COVID
Oh,
in
you
LA.
were just-
so I was just every day.
yeah.
And so I made like $1,000 off that. And then I was like,
Isn't that
oh my
crazy?
God. I was like, yeah, totally. And that was LA. So that was like not even a third of my rent, but
Sure.
it's a joke. But I was like, oh, I'm going to pay half my rent with this shit. And then they took it away.
Oh,
Remember that? They did it for a
interesting. Yeah.
second and they go, oh,
yeah,
this
it
is
was
gone.
like a 3-month
Yep.
run, and then it just
Maybe it was just to get people back into it or something, or I don't know. It was a test for
well,
maybe what
TikTok
they do
was
now.
popping, and they
Yeah.
were trying to figure out
To compete.
what we were doing. Yeah,
Totally.
like what are we doing? You know, and so anyways, so my socials are all tests all the time.
Well, that's smart, man, because some people will be like, with artist form, the thing I do, they'll be like, oh, this one's lax, and we talk about it all the time. You got to post every single one of them because one will do that, and,
Yeah.
but there's no rhyme or reason; it just does it. You know what I mean?
And it's such a love-hate thing with artists too, I feel like, because they're very what's the word, attached emotionally to their art, and so with social media and building content, there's an element of creativity and art that is what you're doing, but also you can't be attached to it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You almost have to detach yourself from it and just treat it as what it is, which is literally free promotion.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, when someone goes their whole career should merit from their song, I'm like, man, it's not like that anymore. You got to put in. I mean, obviously, talent 90%.
Yeah.
But I always say 90% perspiration, 10% talent, but the 10% talent better be fucking awesome. But if you see a guy doing this, a mediocre song can take off. You know what I mean? So you got to just do the work.
One thing I've been thinking about a lot lately is the argument of, well, you wouldn't see Kurt Cobain on TikTok today and this and that.
I've heard that.
And I'm like, man, if you went back to 1989 and you told Kurt Cobain that he had the opportunity to screw the man, screw the industry and go direct to fans,
You'd probably do it.
he would be all over it.
Yeah.
And it would look different.
Totally.
Right. But like that's what I'm just baffled by that argument, because it's like, everybody that we hold on these pedestals and say that they wouldn't do it are all about
Direct to fan.
100%. So it's like,
Yep. No, I agree, man. There's we had just Drew Holcomb on here,
and
he
like
talked about that.
yeah, and I love Drew Holcomb. I'm not anti-industry,
Totally.
or anti-label at all. It's,
No. I think
it's more of like,
they've all learned. Hey, we got to adapt and change a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the labels don't want to be out of business too. You know what I mean? I think they realize too. Hey, let's make this more personable, because everybody, like the fans, they're learning. They're like, oh, look at this machine. I don't want to support that machine, but there's great labels in town, Nashville, where they got these artists like, hey man, just be as transparent as you can be, and we'll support you.
sure, yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. No, it's great, and Nashville, I will say, when I was in the industry way back in the late '90s, early 2000s in LA, versus now in Nashville, like, this town is amazing.
Yeah.
It's such a breath of fresh air. Everybody here is so collaborative. Everybody just wants everybody else to win.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some backroom, strategy to beat that artist. Like, I'm artist A and I want to beat artist B. Like, I'm sure
Totally.
there's that going on.
It's an industry.
But it is so collaborative compared to where LA was in the late 90s.
I don't know, man. LA's interesting. I miss California so much, but the We Found New Music thing, and then School Night, remember those? They're like these big showcases. I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying a lot of artists out there, it's just like you would go to those things, you'd meet somebody, and it was just like not collaborative.
Yeah,
You're like, I got this going on. You're like, all right, but over here, like, oh, that's cool, man. You should meet my guy over here.
Yeah.
That's why I moved back.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because over there, it was very much like, this is all I got, so get away from it. And people are here like, hey, you probably know someone I don't know, so you should meet this homie. And
Totally.
hey, I'm not country, so you should meet this country guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
whatever. I think it is nice here because it's nice to kind of have like coworkers.
Sure.
Because we really don't have coworkers.
Well, and the thing is, everybody, like deep down, we're all wired to be communal,
yep.
right? And like when we're not operating in that space, you can feel it. You
Totally.
know what I mean? And so like it's only natural to want to be rooting for each other and not be a collective, but be communal and support and encourage and motivate. And,
Dude, do you remember after I remember this, not leaving forever, just working. And the first time I went to the store, I felt awkward around people. I was like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So we are definitely meant to be hanging out. And you feel better. Obviously, your social battery runs out, go home. But I feel happy where I'm like, I'm outside today hanging out with some buds.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're supposed to do that shit.
I agree.
So,
No.
well, so let's talk about the artist. So who was the first one you signed?
Okay, so I didn't come to town to be to be an artist manager.
You came to move the family here?
We came to town and I was just going to write, and I kind of went down that path and met a lot of great people and some of my best friends today, and met a guy along the way named Matt Warren, and Matt Warren is a lifer. He was born and raised in Nashville.
Yeah, Arlis Alberton, they're buddies.
Yeah, Matt came up through. He was signed to the Hall family at Muscle Shoals. Came up with Jason Isbell and all those guys in the late '90s, early 2000s. Muscle Shoals came back and randomly got a job selling T-shirts for Gary Allen.
Wow.
Was on the bus with Gary for a few years, and Gary fired him actually from being merch, and said, "Dude, what are you doing? You need to be a songwriter."
Like basically like, hey, you don't need to be doing this anymore.
Yeah. So then actually Matt started writing with Gary,
Killer.
and that's where he had a lot of his early success was with Gary, and he got a great cut, and his first cut was I think "Learning How to Bend," which was like an amazing Gary, a multi-platinum selling awesome song.
That's awesome.
"Putting Memories Away" was after Gary Allen's wife had passed.
Wow.
Matt went over to the house and wrote "Putting Memories Away" with him, and then he was in between deals, and so he owned all his publishing and was able to write "Every Storm Runs Out of Rain," which was Gary's number one song for Matt, and
Wow.
smash. And so Matt kind of did the writing thing for years, had artist projects on the side. So when I met him, I just fell in love with him as a person, his voice. I mean, there was a Rolling Stone quote in like 2014 when he's on stage with like, I don't know, two other crazy, awesome people. And they were like, "Oh, he's a white Otis Redding." Like,
about Matt Warren.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
And like his
Great.
voice is insane. And so,
great vocalist. I remember when we booked him the Charlotte Songers Fest, things first time I saw him, and I don't think he was playing guitar. I think it was just someone was playing for him at the
Probably,
time.
yeah.
And he was killing it.
yeah, he's insane. And so, we're same age, same musical tastes, a kid from California and a kid from Nashville.
Killer.
Yeah, it just kind of met up and fell in love with each other. And I kind of told my wife, like, man, if I'm going to do this, I got to be in love with the music
Totally.
and the person, because this is going to be a family. Like, well, I'm going to be 24/7 eating, sleeping, and breathing his career, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so could you imagine having an artist that you didn't like their music?
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's not a lot of managers, in my opinion, that are like that anymore.
And it's probably really dumb on my part because it's not the fastest way to make a buck.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But,
No, you're right.
But that being said, it's like, man, I'm also 48 years old and I'm coming at this from the headspace of like,
You're a fan first.
I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan first. And I've worked a lot of crap jobs in the last 20 years and put on the corporate suit and flown all around the country selling stuff. And like, even if I make a couple dollars in this industry, being a fan, like, that's way better than the alternative. You know what I mean?
Feels much more just passionate and
Yeah,
fulfilling, right?
for sure.
Yeah.
And so, him and I hit it off. I signed him. And a lot of the stuff I was doing with him was, I mean, we're learning together, he's got a pub deal. He's got great co-writers. He co-wrote a song with Maggie Rose, and she sang backup on it when we put it out last year. It's called Dirt Road Runner.
That's awesome.
If you hear it, you'll fall in love with it. It's literally like Laurel Canyon meets
Wow, that's cool.
Otis Redding. It's beautiful.
Love that stuff.
And so they put it out, and Maggie's husband randomly, after getting to know them a little bit in the studio, Maggie's husband reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to take a call with another artist who was looking for management named Danny Burns. And Danny Burns is Irish bluegrass. I think he's got 3 or 4 bluegrass number ones.
That's Uncle B, right?
No, this is Danny.
Danny Burns.
Yeah, Danny's an Irish artist.
That's right. That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yep.
born in Donegal, Ireland. He is.
Oh yeah, you were telling me he's got a whole bunch of bluegrass number ones. When we
He's
had coffee.
insane, and like his last album had Vince Gill on it, Sam Bush.
That's crazy, especially Sam Bush.
Dan Tominski. Like I mean, all the players are on this thing, and so I met Danny, fell in love with him, fell in love with his family, fell in love with his music.
And he has a residency, right?
He plays it. He plays up at Redemption.
Cool.
In Chiefs. But he's also been, a touring Irish artist doing the Irish festival circuit for the last 20 years.
That's cool.
And he's a hustler. He's a hard worker, and he's a beautiful dude. And so he's in the studio doing a country project right now with Luke Wooten, which is over at Station West. And
Very cool.
That's fun and exciting. And he's got some, massive players on that. And then, so Maggie's husband introduced me to him. We connected. I brought him on, or he hired me. And then randomly I'm on the phone with our contact at Sirius XM Outlaw, because Danny's songs were being played there. So I was just doing a weekly check-in. And then at the end of the phone call, one week, he's like, "Hey, are you taking on any more artists?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm so new and green. I'm not going to say no to any meeting. Like,
totally.
I'm always down to meet somebody." And he's like, "Well, I've got this girl. I'm a really huge fan of hers. We've been playing her for years on Outlaw. She's amazing. And she just got rid of her management. She's out of her deal, and she needs a team." I said, "Well, what's her name?" And he goes, "Well, her name's Jade Jackson." And I go, "Dude, you're freaking kidding me. Like, Jade Jackson grew up 20 minutes down the road from where I grew up. I know exactly who she is."
That's cool.
Yeah. And I had kind of watched Jade's career from a distance.
Sure.
We were different age groups, but when you're from a small town, you kind of know who everyone is who plays music, because there's only like 4 of us, right?
Yep.
So everyone just kind of keeps tabs on each other, and so I knew who she was and what she had been up to, and so and then randomly at the same time, a mutual friend of both Jade and mine, a winery owner out in California, texted me one day, literally like within days of that, saying, "Hey, you need to meet this girl, Jade Jackson. She's getting married at our winery."
So it just made sense.
And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah. So Jade and I connected. My wife and I fell in love with her and Josh, her husband. Jade is like, she is our generation's Emmylou Harris. She's incredible.
Awesome.
And so she's been all around the world playing music. She's been on big tours. She's been in clubs playing to 3 people.
And she's on tour with Sons of Legion, or she did those runs?
We did a run with them. We did 5 shows with them on the West Coast.
Nice.
And that was amazing. And that was like one of the things that came out of that was us kind of getting this perspective of like what it really means to try to do it on a big scale independently.
Sure.
And so we kind of came out of that little run with them like motivated and like eyes wide open, like, okay, wait, we can maybe do this, right?
Sure.
And so so Jade's great. And then kind of in that same time, I I just kept randomly running into this guy, Brian Simpson.
That's Uncle B.
Yeah, Uncle B.
Yep.
And we had a couple mutual friends, and my wife and I had gone out to the listening room and seen him perform. And we didn't know him at all, so we didn't know what we were going to go see. We just wanted to go to the listening room.
Sure.
And we walked out of that like, holy crap, did we just see like the best storytelling songwriter ever? Like, this dude is freaking amazing. So we became like instant fans.
Cool.
And I just kind of like followed him for a few months on socials, and then at Fenwick's one day, he was there.
You just say, hey, what's up, dude?
And he was there with another artist named Everett. And
Cool.
and I like got up from my table. I'm like, hey man, are you Brian Simpson? He's like, yeah. I go, hey, I'm Mike. Nice to meet you. I said, I saw your listening room show a couple months back. My wife and I are big fans. And he's like, man, that was such a fan dude thing to do, right?
Totally.
I'm like, man, it was awesome. And he goes, well, and Brian is so humble. Uncle B is like, he goes, well, let me introduce you to somebody who's a star. And he pulled Everett over. He goes, that's
cool.
Everett's awesome. And you got to follow him too. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome.
Cool.
And Everett's amazing, right? So, but yeah, so then randomly ran into Uncle B at a coffee shop 3 weeks later, and then started going to his Damned Old Opry show at Chiefs that he does every single month.
And it just kind of made sense. Like, hey, I think I need to work with this guy.
Yeah, and then he reached out to Matt and was asking about me, and then our other mutual friend he reached out to and asked about, and then we were playing pickleball randomly. I was at our friend's house playing pickleball, and Uncle B showed up, and so we got paired together. And then,
That's cool.
like, since that day, we went to lunch the next day, and then we had coffee a week later. So that was like more of a dating thing, like you know, but because we just wanted to get to know each other. And,
Totally.
And I mean, I was a diehard fan of his music,
Sure.
his songwriting. If you get the chance, listen to a song called "Get Lucky" on his record called "The Oldest."
Cool.
And so we've got a little bit of a branding issue going on with him right now, because everything he's ever done to date has been under Brian Simpson.
Oh.
But
You're trying to change it?
He wanted to go as Uncle B moving forward, and so because he has Uncle B's Damned Old Opry, and
Sure.
and Uncle B is just kind of more memorable than Brian Simpson.
Yeah, it's kind of like Uncle Crack. I mean, that's only because it's Uncle.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but you remember
Uncle
that.
B.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to figure out, okay, his previous stuff, do we pull it off of DSPs and re-release it?
That's tough. It's a tough thing to think about.
Yeah,
Because you lose all the saves and playlists, and that's what, you know what I mean? That's
yeah,
the first thing I think of.
But it's like, okay, so financially it has zero impact on him
Sure.
to do that, right? Like, because he's not streaming millions of, you know what I mean? So
if you're going to go full blown, you might as well do it.
yeah, because the songs need to be heard.
Sure.
And if we're out there promoting Uncle
B, and then it's to name something else. It's kind of,
yeah. So my point is, there under Brian Simpson, there's a song called "Get Lucky," and it's the story of him almost meeting Cowboy Jack Clement, who he thinks is one of the best songwriters ever, and he saw him at a party but never got to say hi to him, and so the song is the conversation that they would have had.
that's pretty cool.
It is a masterpiece.
That's
like
cool.
it is, and the joke with Brian or Uncle B is that he can't write a song under 7 minutes, because every single one of his songs,
Storytelling.
it's such a great story.
Like a John Prine type of vibe?
dude,
Or,
100%.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
The first time I heard it really, I mean, all his songs are great, but the first time I was really like, whoa, is the Jesus, the Missing Years. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
My buddy showed me that, and I was like, oh, it sounds like you're sitting down listening to a guy tell a story.
yeah. We actually just talked about that today in the car on the way home from Decatur.
That's cool.
Was I supposed to just slam this the first
Yeah,
time?
you definitely slammed it.
I was sipping it. No,
I thought I saw you go. I was like, all right, brother. I was going to pour a little more just because, man, it's been, last week was great. Thanks for coming to the show, too, by the way. I hope you had a lot of
Man,
fun.
thanks for having me. I feel super grateful to be here.
Was
This
you-
is
you good?
awesome. Yeah, and I love your podcast, by the way. I'll take a little.
All right, so last bit. I don't want to get you hammered.
No,
then your wife calls me.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to a show after this.
Where you going?
Yeah. Friend of ours has a monthly show called the Midweek Mayhem, and it's at Love and Exile.
Yes.
And Axel is incredible. He is like, he's doing this jazz pop thing. It's like if Harry Connick Jr. And Southside Johnny, I don't know if you're familiar with Southside Johnny. Southside Johnny and the Asbury Dukes, or Jukes, I don't even remember. I think it was Jukes. Came up in Jersey when Bruce Springsteen came up. So they were all on the same circuit together.
That's cool.
But Southside Johnny was like this showman.
Sure.
Like dancing and singing. I mean, he was Bruce Springsteen before Bruce Springsteen.
Was Bruce
like,
Springsteen. But like rock and roll?
Yeah. He was like kind of soulful rock and roll, horn section.
Oh, nice.
Like the whole thing. And so, anyways, so Axel is like Harry Connick Jr. meets Southside Johnny. Like,
that's cool.
It's a fun show.
Are you working with that guy?
Nope. No, he's just a really good friend of ours.
And you just like seeing his show.
He's amazing, and we want to support that kid. He's going to be the kid that anything he does, he's going to be great at,
totally
and successful. And so we love him, and we're just huge fans. So,
nice.
What was I saying before? Uncle B. I don't remember. It's not important.
Play it back.
Play it back now. Yeah. Anyway, so we're going through this rebranding with Uncle B. He's got the Opry show that he's doing, and that has seen some success.
That in itself, that I remember when I was living downtown when they opened up Chiefs.
Yeah.
And like they had like this opening night because the top is this barbecue joint from Charleston. Whatever the top is called.
It's delicious.
It's amazing. I just haven't tipped my tongue. They just closed the OG one, and I used to live right in front of it downtown. Doesn't matter, but we got invited to go up there, and they showed us that room. I was like, what? It's like a small Ryman.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's very cool.
It's gorgeous. And I will say, the seating, they've got a lot of seats crammed into the
you told me that when we met. Mm-hmm.
And so, there's probably a few factors that keep it from being sold out all the time. And it's a combination of you have to go downtown.
Yeah.
And it's always a midweek show. But he's got some core fans that come to every show, and it's been fun to watch him kind of build it. And so this month, I don't know when this is airing, but
probably like in 2-3 days.
Okay, yeah. So Alabama, we're doing songs of Alabama.
Nice.
And I said, dude, make sure you tell them it's the band Alabama, not the state of Alabama, because it could be any artist.
Yeah,
at that
you're
point,
right. You're right.
Yeah. So we're doing songs from the band Alabama.
You know Blake McDaniel? Have you met him yet?
I haven't.
He was the first agent I met when I was like 20, 21. I was just like, come to Nashville from Charleston hustling.
Okay.
He was the first guy to like, yeah, come meet me at CAA.
Yeah.
And John Hewitt was Taylor Swift's agent. He had the corner office. He was booking a band called Dirty Governors. They're from Knoxville. Okay. They're awesome. But anyway, I was doing some shows with them. And anyway, he still books Alabama.
Oh, wow.
And he's the coolest guy. He's independent now. I should introduce you to him.
Yeah.
He's just a nice, good dude. I mean, he's not like a bad, like you hang out with him and he's like, I wish you the best. Like, he's just a good dude, man.
I got a chance to meet Alabama. It had to have been 1984 when I was a little kid. We had an artist manager in town, in our hometown. We lived in like a farm town, like 20 minutes inland from the coast, Paso Robles, and it was like wine grapes and cattle ranches. But
a lot of country music up there?
A ton of country music. Hour and a half from Bakersfield.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
3 hours north of LA.
Yep.
But there was an artist manager. It was Kenny Rogers and Dolly and Lionel Richie's manager. His name was Ken Cragen. He had a ranch. Ken actually is famous for him and Quincy Jones were the ones that put together We Are the World.
Wow. Yeah. Very cool.
So Ken was the one that got all the artists
to do it.
Quincy did the music.
That's the one where Bob Dylan looks like he's not interested?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, oh my God.
Exactly.
But yeah, so he put that together with Quincy.
Yeah. So Ken used to come into the radio station because my dad was a DJ.
Cool.
And
L.A.?
No, in Paso Robles, in a small town. Yeah. And Ken had a ranch there. And so when he was in town, he would bring my dad records and play music for him and always promoting his artists. And he would invite us out to the ranch. And so cool. We got a chance to meet Alabama when they were out there. We had, our town, I like to think, is famous for our fair. The California Mid-State Fair is like the biggest.
And so Alabama would play it?
I mean, in the 80s, it was like Alabama signed a 10-year contract to play there.
That's insane.
Huey Lewis and the News, Tom Petty, and Bob Dylan.
Man, you could still do it.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of money still doing those fairs.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So like now, I mean, this year they have. I mean, we had Eric Church for like 4 years in a row. Like
That's killer.
We get good acts, and I can't remember who's playing this year because I'm not living there anymore. But
Sure.
it's a lot of great acts. So yeah, I got to meet Alabama, and it was so cool going to Ken's house and there and like a barbecue happening with, Kenny and Dolly there. And
That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So
My buddy Sean, who started my company Artist Forum with me, one of my best buds. Shout out Sean. He used to work for Doc McGee. His dad's the keyboardist in Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
okay, yeah,
And they do the same shit of all those fairs. And they're on the road, like, dude, I don't want to say 300 dates out of the year, but that's all they do. They do shit like that, and they make millions of bucks.
yeah,
Just playing all those parts in like Montana and South Dakota. And,
sure.
Which
Yeah.
people don't think that. You want to play in like Chicago, but
I know.
I think playing in Nashville, like thanks for coming, for coming Saturday, but I was just kind of venting for you guys came in before we started. Like, it's probably because it's Nashville. It's like there's a million shows a night, so it's hard to really, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean, you're talking about it with Uncle B at that thing. I mean, there's a big thing every night.
Yeah, it's a tough market. LA's a tough market. Everybody,
It is.
every show in LA is all industry people.
Totally. Yeah.
And half the time they don't want to be there, right?
One of the biggest ones is Fall for Greenville. You should look into it. You ever heard Greenville, South Carolina? Mm-mm. So, it's kind of, I mean, Greenville's a huge city, but it's kind of like if it's like Asheville with Charlotte, where it's big with bigger buildings.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful. It's in the mountains. And Fall for Greenville is like the top 10 festival in the country.
Okay.
Because it's free.
Yeah.
But the attendance, right? And I've done it like 12 times. I'm trying to do it again this year. But it's cool because you like Greenville, and it's like, then it's like 50,000 people a weekend.
Yeah.
And so people don't think
That's
hey,
wild.
maybe I should go do these other markets. But
Right.
you always I want to kill at Nashville. It's like, well,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I don't know. I get tired of it. You want to see my show tonight? Oh, yeah. It's like I'm out of town. I'm on my couch.
Yeah. No, totally.
Yeah. But anyway,
I don't know. I feel reinvigorated. We came out from Decatur today, Eddie's Attic 2 nights.
yeah. How was the show?
The fans were amazing.
That's cool.
Like, well, first off, Paul Cawthon is a force, and like his fans are so devoted. And Uncle B got to open for 2 nights and then played mandolin on a few songs with Paul. But both shows were sold out. Tickets were like $90.
Whoa. That's crazy.
I think it's a 200 cap room or 250.
Yeah, it's not big.
No, it's not a big room, and it was capacity both nights.
Cool.
Fans all
Full band,
stayed.
acoustic.
Full band, or I'm sorry, not full band.
like a little strip?
Solo piano.
Oh wow.
Paul was on piano. He's doing this piano thing, which is wild.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he would do piano and then acoustic, and then Uncle B did mandolin with him, and then solo opening the show on acoustic.
That's awesome.
But the fans stuck around. They all bought merch.
That's great.
We had some fans that came to both nights, which was amazing. But it like reinvigorated this, like, bands in Nashville or artists in Nashville, just get out and go play to 10 people
Totally.
somewhere outside of town, because people are starving for awesome music.
It's a good thing you mentioned that. I've done shows and people are like, yeah, you're right. You got those like diehard, not even just country fans, but just like people that just love that kind of just good music. And they'll be like, you're from Nashville? And they kind of light up.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I
sure.
mean? So you kind of got like a little special thing if you're from here and you go play Atlanta and they're like, oh my God, no way. Thank you. Oh, how's your career going? 'Cause
Yeah.
they know that you're serious about it.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so now I'm like, okay, well, let's look at Uncle B's mail list. Let's look at his Spotify listeners. Let's look at
All the data.
his bands in town followers, all the data, and see where we have 20 fans.
Sure.
Like, let's just start with 20. And okay, is it Fort Worth? Because that's where he's from.
Sure.
Man, if it's for Fort Worth, let's literally get on the phone with those 20 people.
Totally.
Email, hey, is there a good time to call you? Like,
Yeah.
like
Old school street.
could you imagine?
Yeah, totally.
Like, could you imagine like going into a market and being or showing up to a show, and the person that's in the audience brings 3 people, and she or he feels that connection to you because you called them
Absolutely.
and invited them to the show. Like, what?
Well, you know what I do, and it actually works, is like this past show, the X and N, I'll DM people, like, because
Yeah.
the guest list is, people don't know that, the guest list is limited because you got to pay for production.
Totally.
If it's a door deal,
Yep.
right? And I buy people's tickets. I probably bought a lot of tickets. I'm not going to say how many I bought.
Yeah.
But then there was a girl that I saw open up for Jesse Solomon from that show, Summer House. It's like a reality TV show.
Okay.
My buddy Lou Pierce recommended me to do. It was at the Cannery Row. And there was women there because it's all like, drunk, middle-aged women.
Bachelorette.
Yeah, you're like, Bravo TV.
50th birthdays.
Yep. Yeah, totally. Yeah. And where's your husband? He's at home.
Yeah.
Anyway, blah, blah, blah.
We call that the money demo, though. Like,
Yeah, totally.
Those are the shirt buyers.
But yeah, they all. I had shirts there and I sold them and I had some merch and then there was a couple of women there. I was like, hey, you guys are so nice. You want to come to the Exit In? And I bought them tickets as one example.
Okay.
And this one girl there, she brought like 5 friends and her husband. They're like, Tyler, we can't. And I'd be like, come to the green room. And they're like, which is no big deal to go. You want to go back, but they're
gonna have a Nashville memory story forever. Like,
and other artists like this, like you got to have a little bit of money sometimes. You'd be like, all right, let me buy your ticket, and then all of a sudden they go, Uncle B, fucking, he
Right,
signed
totally.
something, and
Totally.
that's part of the job. Like
Well,
Seinfeld talks about that shit all the time.
here's the thing: an artist has no problem losing $2,500 to $4,000 to $6,000 on a song, and going in the studio and cutting that song.
Mm-hmm.
They have no problem doing that.
Yeah,
But then they have a problem
doing that.
buying 10 tickets for a show to give out
Totally.
to just create a little buzz. Or,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
It's a good point.
Or paying a content creator $50 for the night to get some content. Like,
Totally. Oh man, my God, dude.
Think about like
That
the
stuff pisses
economics
me
of
off.
that $6,000 song that you just produced.
You're not willing to put anything towards it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they get mad of like, I've been doing this forever. You're like, well, you never. But look at the guys.
And look, I don't
Yeah.
claim to know the answer.
No, totally. But I mean, that gets you excited, doesn't
these
it?
are just the things I think about. Like,
I mean, if you had your artist doing that, you'd be like, dude, yes, you'd be stoked.
totally, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess the blessing and a curse is not being in the industry for the last 20 years, and then coming into it with fresh eyes. Like, there's no rules for me. You know what I mean? I'm just testing things.
Well,
I don't know what's going to work.
I don't think anybody knows. I think they're all thrown against the wall, and then it becomes a really good story if something does work, and then
Yeah.
everybody tries to do that. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
You see it all the time, man. The Haktua chick. You know what I mean? And my agent was working her first. Like he got asked to book her on a whole bunch of things. He did like a thing with Zach Bryan, right? Yeah, Zach Bryan. She was just kind of being like a celebrity going around, but then everyone was trying to like go on Broadway then and do like a funny interview. You know what
Sure.
I mean? Everyone's just trying. I'm just saying, I don't think anyone knows what they're doing.
No.
Well, it's not a bad thing, but it's all because like the free promotional tool you got in your hand.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's fun. I mean, it
Yeah.
is kind of cool.
It is cool.
that we live in this time in the world where
Shake it up.
we can all pick this up and create our own
Yeah.
destiny. Like, it's so stupid. to
Nine Inch
say,
Nails
but-
used to do hard, like little flash drives.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Oh,
that
yeah,
story?
yeah.
They would just drop it in bathrooms, be like, "Oh my gosh, the new record."
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Obviously, I don't think that'd work anymore. But anyway, man. So then, are you done?
We-
you think? Oh, go ahead.
As I said, we were talking the other day about. Remember when we all woke up one morning and U2 had a brand new album that was on?
But it pissed everybody off.
It was
I was mad about it.
totally. It was
Yeah, it
just
didn't work.
funny that it like
That was a move, though.
that was it was like a huge brand deal with Apple for them, right? Like,
Yeah, who knows what the deal was? But they were kind of like,
Totally.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember I was so young. I just got an iPhone. And I was like, did I buy this shit? And I put it on. I was like, screw this band. I was pissed about it. But anyway, so for you manager, you feel like you got your plate full, or you're like, hey, man, I want to keep looking? Or I'm just asking, like, how do you feel being in town?
I feel like there's no shortage of amazing artists,
Sure.
you know, and especially like being a fan of all kinds of music. Like, if I think if I wanted to grow this company bigger, then yeah, more artists, because I just want to create I just want to create a group of artists that are all rooting for each other to win,
Totally.
you know, that are sharing resources, that are communicating with each other, what's working, what's not working. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so yeah, who knows? But I mean, as it stands right now, it's just me.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a lot of work, man.
I mean, I've got a daughter who's amazing, and she's 23, and she runs social media for a few different brands and a nonprofit. She's doing some stuff for me. My son's girlfriend's doing some stuff for me, and you know, and I've hired out some content people here and there for stuff, and it's been great. And I think that what's gonna probably be the key to my success, maybe if I am successful with it, is finding that right mix of what's in house versus what's not, and knowing when to say when. You know
Sure,
what I mean?
sure.
And so I don't know where that is. You know, I'm always going to take a phone call. You connected me with a kid today.
Yeah, Mark McKay.
Yeah, Mark McKay. Yeah,
Yep.
Great kid.
Yeah, he's a country-ish, definitely songwriter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him on the pod soon. But you know, it's just funny, man. Like him and at the same time, Taylor Hicks, American Idol,
Yeah.
both hit me up. They're like, "Can you find me an agent?" And I'm like, "Dude,
Yeah.
like there's too much music now, you know." And
Yeah.
and it was just funny how they were working the same PR lady. That's how we all got connected. And
Okay.
Mark's a good guy. He's a hustler. He's somehow, I mean, he worked his ass off, but he somehow knows how to get on all these support tours.
He seems like he's a hustler. Yeah.
Yeah, and
for
that's
sure.
I think that's why we like each other a lot, because I get more turned on by that. Obviously, this music's got to be good, but that turns me on. You're like, I'm going to figure this out.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
for sure.
And I think he just got signed by Atomic.
Okay.
So when I used to manage Driving and Crying, let's just say when I helped manage them. I don't want to say I managed them, but they were with Atomic, and I don't know if you ever met with Atomic before. Great independent agency, and I think that's sometimes the move. Sometimes,
Okay.
it's kind of like being with this, man. You get signed, which actually I'm not going to talk about that. We can talk about after this, but it happens all the time. Is you'll be with a distributor, and oh my god, I'm with the big guy,
Yeah.
but they sign you so you don't mess with their stuff
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
shelf. And so I've been with the big guy a million times where I'm like, can I get out of this? Because
Yeah.
how this happened. Then you get with the scrappy guy. And so now we're with all these beer distributors because beer guys are scrappy. They're out there selling beer every day because it's gone.
Yeah.
This will sit there on a bar forever, right? And so anyway, I'm saying I think it's better to sometimes be with the independent, whole crew's independent. You know what I mean? Because if it doesn't work out, you guys don't eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
for
if
sure.
it does work out, then it's like, look what we built. You know what I mean?
We win together. Yeah,
Yep,
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's a great kid. I've gotten a few other kind of people that have come through, and I just, you know, it's got to be, my wife's got to be on board with it, because it's, you know, we're empty nesting, and
Oh, yeah.
this is, yeah, and so it's like
Staying busy.
she knows it's going to take up a lot of my time,
Sure.
and she doesn't want me, you know, pouring everything I have into something that she doesn't believe in.
Sure.
You know, and so luckily for me, like, she is just all in on every one of the artists that we work
Oh,
with.
that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
So she'll listen to all of them, but yeah, I like that.
Oh, 100%.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I mean, with all of them, you know, the families have met prior to us, you know, so it's like life's too short. I've done the thing where I've chased this corporate success
Sure.
and trying to build my empire, and I'm just not at that point. Like,
Sure.
you know, and that failed miserably when I was focused on myself.
Yeah.
Like, it was a shit show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
But now, like, I just feel like I'm in the space where I'm supposed to serve them
Sure.
and pour everything I have into them, and I think it's working so far.
Man, when I managed when I helped manage, I hate when I say that. I was much younger. I did for 3 years, and it was a kind of developed artist formula. I still am a fan. I mean, they texted me yesterday about their new music video, but I was so like, oh my god, this is so exciting.
Yeah.
And man, me and this girl Jean were like the team. We got so much shit done because we were stoked about it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like I remember the biggest thing that I did for him was Darius Rucker Cut Straight to Hell, and so I booked him all these stadium tours to open up for him.
Awesome.
Not full band, just Kevin Kenny, who's from Atlanta.
Okay.
He does Eddie Ike all the time. Great songwriter, very Americana, Jason Isbell world type stuff. Sadler Vaden, who plays with Isbell, just produced their album. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, I booked him all these things, and I was just like, remember, I was just jumping up and down. I got the phone call. I was like, I did it, you know, because I was a fan.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah,
just like, hey, I got to get paid.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Which honestly, I didn't get paid for that.
Sure.
I just did it because I was like, hey, is there money? He goes, no, but dude, he's going to sell a lot more stuff. I'm like, yeah, dude, throw him on, you know, and I felt like a rock star. And I wasn't living in Nashville.
Oh, wow.
So that was like, oh, look at me. Like, I'm not even on Music Row.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. I still like I talk about that all the time.
That's
you know?
awesome.
So it's cool to, I don't know, it's just cool to be a fan of who you're working with.
Totally.
You know
Yeah.
what I
And then winning together and seen them get excited, all of it. Yeah, I do feel like though I will probably, it's got to be the right person, but I will probably bring on some type of partner.
Totally.
Or, that kind of allows me to, because I am so invested and want to be a part of all of it. Like if Matt's out on a show and Jade's out on a show, I can't be at both the shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and the goal is that they're all out at
All the
shows,
time.
right? And so I do feel like somebody that comes on with similar kind of mindset, values, musical tastes, all those things,
Totally.
can help. It's just I got to find that person.
Well, you got to meet Arliss Alberton. He's managing Lost Saints, which
Okay.
I've had them also on the pod. But like I mentioned before, when we met, he owns St. Augustine Songwriter Fest.
Yeah.
I think he's had Matt Warren on before.
Okay, yeah.
And Matt Warren like this. So you got to meet Arliss.
Okay,
Because
awesome.
he's just one of those guys where he's not a music guy. He's a total entrepreneur, scrappy guy, getting shit done.
Great.
And so you should definitely meet him.
Cool.
I mean, if I had an older brother, it'd be him. You
Hey,
know what I mean?
is he watching? Because I think you put us on a group text.
Yes,
and
yeah.
he didn't respond.
Oh.
What the heck? I do remember you
No,
sent
no,
me that.
he'll be like, oh shit! Like he's just one of those guys where like he'll call me like I'm exhausted. I'm like, dude, me too. Man. Last week I was doing 4:30 a.m. nights just so I wouldn't work from Thursday to Monday.
Yeah.
I mean now I'm like,
Because show
buried.
weekends are like
I'm not
everything.
Hey, I know you're busy. Can you? I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So hey, I'm not sure you mean anybody, but yeah. Well, dude. So a couple more minutes. So anything you want to plug about the artist that's coming up, or I mean, you pretty much talked about a lot of them.
Man, I'll tell you, Matt's got an exciting, what is this, spring into summer, into the fall. He's going to Europe to play some shows. He's
Wow.
doing some songwriter festivals this summer.
He does a lot of those. He's
Yeah.
got those knocked in, man.
Oh, he loves
locked
them.
in.
Yeah. And it's a great chance to connect with fans, right?
Yeah.
Like, and tell stories. He loves telling stories. He's great.
Totally.
So that's happening. Him and Uncle B are coming down to Orlando to do a weekend down there. We're going to do a Friday night Music City takeover at
Cool.
Tuffy's Music Box down there.
Nice.
And then Saturday night, basically the Music City barn dance or whatever we want to call it.
That's cool, man.
But it's going to be full band Matt Warren, full band Uncle B.
That's cool.
And then what else? Yeah, he's got new music that we're going to start pumping out June, July, August, September. He's got his band, The Goodfoot, Matt
Oh,
Warren
yeah.
and The Goodfoot.
Yeah.
They're going to start a residency at 3rd and Lindsley. The first show is going to be in November. So that's going
That's
to
cool.
be a monthly thing that we're doing there.
On a Sunday or Thursday? What Saturday?
It's not. I'm trying to. It's November 19th and then December 20th. So whatever those days are.
Sure,
But
cool.
we're just rolling it kind of once a month. So I don't know where it's going to fall.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that's happening. Jade just announced she's on Americana Fest a showcase, and
Nice.
so
Dude, where's she playing?
we can't divulge that
Gotcha.
information yet because
Yeah.
it's not released yet.
Sure.
But we announced that we're on the showcase, and
That's
so
very
that's
cool.
exciting. She's rolling out singles for the next 4 months, and then her album drop. We did like for the first time with her pre-sale vinyl. And which artists, independent artists, if you're watching this podcast, like connect with your fans. Pre-sale vinyl, we sold over 100 copies.
Nice.
And it paid for the entire production of 500 copies.
Wow.
So like
Just the pre-sale.
just the pre-sale.
That's great.
And she was honest with her fans. She said, "Hey, fam, I'm doing this 100% independently. Like, if I can sell these records, pre-sell them, it's going to pay for the production of all of them, plus merch, plus some tour support. This is why I'd love the money, And
Totally.
And fans were like, no brainer. Boom. Where do
Yeah.
I send?
You'd be so surprised how some other would want to support you.
That's so cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
So like she's dropping that album in September. She's going to do a hometown album release show out on the West Coast.
Cool.
We've got the Americana Fest. She blew up on TikTok in Scotland. So we're working on trying to get her 3 dates in Scotland.
That's cool.
Totally random. Like 8,000 followers in one night in Scotland.
That's wild.
Because of her name and it
Oh.
being tied to another Jade Jackson in Scotland who's not so or not so nice, I guess.
Yeah.
But like everyone's like, finally a good Jade Jackson.
That's wild.
Insane. And so she's got a huge
cool.
Scottish
Power of the
fan base.
internet, dude.
So now I'm like, okay, well, how do we book Scotland for 3 nights, right? So,
Nice. I mean, dude, so you got some stuff that you're working on.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, we got this. What are we doing? You're like, all right, dude, things are happening.
yeah, for sure.
That's great.
And they're all rolling music out. Uncle B just dropped a single and he's got more coming out.
Cool.
The residency at Chiefs has been awesome. We're doing a prison show. We're taking the Uncle B's Damned Old Opry to a prison.
Like a, what do you call it? Folsom Prison type?
Yeah.
Scenario?
Actually, so that show, what he does is every month, different theme. This month is Alabama. I told you that. The prison show is going to be
Johnny Cash.
the San Quentin album. Like,
Wow.
he's going to do it start to finish.
You know, those guys are going crazy.
It's going to be amazing. Actually, and 2 of the inmates are going to be in the band.
What?
So it's going to be epic.
That's crazy.
yeah, so-
Get some cameras for that.
Well, we can't film. It's
It's like the rule?
it's the Georgia State Penitentiary rule, I guess.
Wow, man. There's that comedian, something Jelinesik or whatever. Anyway, he's funny as heck. He used to do the roast. He talks about that on Jimmy Kimmel, where he
Yeah.
went on there and he's like, the majority of it goes, you're not allowed to do that. You're like, oh my God. I mean, I bet there'd just be crazy. That'd be nuts.
It's gonna be
'Cause
it's gonna
Metallica
be
did
amazing.
that shit during
Yeah.
St. Anger.
Yeah.
Anyway, I used to be a big metalhead. Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
that's happening. He's playing Cave Fest, Romp Fest. It's,
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's all happening. We're
Nice,
excited.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, well, heck yeah. Well, then how can people find you?
Man, the easiest way, Instagram is like my showcase portfolio. No, I'm just kidding. Instagram is Mike Wright Brady, WRIGHT
Yep.
BRADY, Mike Wright Brady. I might have to change that to Onion though. I don't know. And then TikTok.
Onion the manager. That'd probably pop off, dude.
TikTok's the same. Yeah, and just
And
if you're-
Facebook too, right?
Facebook, I think it's just Mike Wright Brady. Yeah, it's
Cool.
all the same.
Nice.
And I have meta glasses on. It's not because I'm like trying to like say I'm cool with meta glasses. It was literally a content test.
Yeah.
I bought them with Matt. We both bought meta glasses because we were trying to find different ways to create content.
Sure.
So artists, that's another hack. Buy meta glasses. They're a few $100.
No. I think I'm doing it. Like I was waiting for some cash,
Dude, it's
because you told me. I was like, oh man, that sounds cool.
Epic.
Well, because every day I'm doing this.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
And I think this is what I heard from Instagram. I'm positive it's like 95% true. When you post from Meta, they push it
Oh, sure.
at the moment because they want people to
like,
buy it.
if I do this, watch this. Hey, Meta, what am I looking at?
You're holding a bottle of Boone's Bourbon with a
What?
750 milliliters on it. And you're in a room with a table, chairs, and someone working on a laptop in the background.
Whoa! Did you catch that?
Thank you, Meta.
You're welcome, Mike. Glad I could help.
My family makes fun of me because
Whoa.
I'm like
That's like, please send $50.
I'm so into tech. Like it's so lame.
It said Boone's Bourbon.
Yeah.
Whoa! And it said $750 million.
Hey,
ml
Meta,
bottle.
stop talking. It's still talking to me. But anyways, so I rarely use that feature.
Sure.
But the speakers are amazing.
Yeah, you
for
show me the
phone
speakers. They
calls,
sound really good.
For podcasts. At the gym, I'm wearing them. The cameras are great. Yeah. And
You can buy just the sunglasses too, right?
yeah, you can get, I think Oakley makes a pair. Ray-Ban makes a pair.
Yeah, I just lost. I always have Wayfarers.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna just buy the Metas because they're the same price.
Yeah,
it's like
totally.
$250.
Yeah. They're
Dude,
awesome.
Amazon do a payment plan. That I get, dude.
Totally.
I just bought a Gibson SG from Klarna. You know, telling it's the same thing, like a firm.
Yeah.
8 Gs. I was like, oh, I could pay for that. What a dumb idiot.
Jeez.
Well, because like, oh,
You know how many pairs of meta glasses you can buy?
yeah. Yeah, I could start dealing them, dude.
Yeah, totally.
Well, killer, man. Well, then, all right, this is how we end it. Mike Wright Brady, look at that camera and just one
Center.
Yeah, and just one word. You don't have to say it right now, but just think about it, say one word, look at it, and it's done.
Community.
Boom.